been walking through the woodlands, and for those of you who watch my videos, you know that I'm in the woodland quite a lot, and it's morning, so can you hear? All the birds are singing, and it's just lovely. I love this time of day. It's so vibrant and so beautiful, and in a magical woods, but you wouldn't think about it. There's actually a little road down there. You might hear some cars going past. It's a really nice contrast in a way, but when you have the sound of the birds, I always feel there's this massive sense of harmony between them and the woodland. And legend even says that the birds kind of sing the plants into life in the springtime. And in my heart, I feel that's kind of a beautiful way of looking at it. Just this beautiful, peaceful element. So anyway, I was walking through the woods and I came underneath this beautiful horse chestnut tree, which is just about to come into flower. And they're gorgeous in the springtime, they really are. And I saw this flash of lilac, and I thought, oh, maybe that's some violet flowers, because it's end of April, and if you walk through the woods, you know that this time of year it's full of celandine, wood anemone, bluebells, and violets, and there's dandelions. It's just a beautiful array of colour, and now it's sort of starting to fade. But I saw this plant, and I'm going to show you the plant and talk to you a bit about violet, because often I see them in little clumps by trees, and this is a huge violet plant. It's stunning, and I hope I can portray it in this video. So if you have a quick look. Look at that. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? And violet is traditionally a plant for the heart, and you think rows of red, violets are blue, and I feel that they are a plant for the heart. So if you have a little look, you know, the flowers, you have these 2 petals on top and the 3 petals at the bottom. There's a nice bit of celandine as well, and they come off, you can see a sort of a long stalk there. Okay, and then you've got these leaves, and if you see the leaves there, quite, I see this one here, they're quite heart-shaped. They have a serration around the edge, and if you see the ends of the bit here coming up from the stalk is sort of curled in. So the leaves are heart-shaped as well, and this is a plant that celandine next to it. You can see celandine there. That's not one we'd eat, and there's a few medicinal uses, but I wouldn't use it. The violet is one you can eat. You can pick the leaves and you can pick the flowers. You can put them in salads. It's safe to use. It's also one that people quite often pick the flowers and they put them in water and they freeze them in ice cubes. So you can imagine that'll look beautiful in a drink. I've got a lady down the road and she makes lovely cakes and hot chocolates and stuff, and she puts a little flower by the side, often like a little violet or, you know, sometimes primroses, which you can eat. It's very nice. So a lot of these are edible. The primroses are edible as well. So come back down here. You think about this very heart-shaped leaf, this very pretty, delicate flower on this lovely stem. Look at that. They are just beautiful, aren't they? And if you think, like, this is all around us. Look, you can see there just how beautiful that is, and all the old leaves there, you know, that are giving life back. You know, and I think, wow, we're surrounded by so much beauty, and I think the violet brings us back to a place of beauty in the heart. It's traditionally a used plant for cooling and calming and being anti-inflammatory. So people have used the leaves, these little leaves here, for a poultice, which can soothe inflammation. If you take the violet leaves in a tea, and that's very good for the digestive system. It's also really good for relieving coughs and colds. So people use this as a traditional kind of cough and cold remedy. And people often would make a syrup or a tincture with the violet. You can imagine a soothing violet syrup that you would take, you know, and it soothes your heart and it soothes you as a person. And you know, we're so rushing around all the time, and then you come in here and you look and you think, wow, look at that. It's just so beautiful, and it takes you right into the beauty of nature. And who you are and your place here with the birds and the trees and the plants, and that you're a child in nature as well, you know? If you are walking out and you see violets, spend some time with them and just give thanks, because they are a remedy. You can eat them, but they just bring such beauty. And get to know them, because they're only here for a very short time, like we all are. So yeah, the violet, the most worthwhile, beautiful plant to get to know.